Chemical fertilizers are bad. Removing them should fix a lot of things. Should be as simple as that, right? But much like everything else in life, it is a little more complicated than that. Recently, Sri Lanka's blanket ban on the use of chemical fertilizers came under fire as the country declared a state of emergency amidst a food crisis.
මේ රසායනික පෝර කෘමිනාශක හා වල්නාශක භාවිතය තහනම් කිරීම කරනකොට අපිට අස්වැන්න අඩු වෙන්නේ නැතුව ඒ අස්වැනි ප්‍රමාණය තියාගන්නට පුළුවන්. ගොවියාට කිසිසේත්ම ආදායම අඩු නොවන අන්දමට අපි වග බලා ගන්නවා කියන එක. මේවා අපි අමාරු වුණත් කරන්නට ඕන දේවල් මම ස්ථිර තීරණයක් අරගෙන තියෙනවා අපි මේ කොහොම හරි කරනවා කියන.
What is wrong with a blanket ban on chemical fertilizers? Experts say that agricultural scientists have set up maximum residue limits (MRL) of different chemicals to undertake cultivation in a sustainable and rational manner. These maximum limits are at very low levels and are safe. However, there are cases of overuse or use of wrong chemical fertilizers. But while these problems exist, scientists say that a blanket ban will be no good for anyone.
A blanket attitude to the use of chemicals in food items is not a scientific viewpoint in my view. Okay? It is also wrongly understood that organic materials that are used in the cultivation of crops do not contain chemicals. In fact, they do in varying amounts, including in compost. The Sri Lankan practice is a substantive deviation from this scientific approach, whereby it completely rejects the use of all chemicals in the practice of agriculture, pushing farmers only into more distress when yields fall or pests and diseases come and attack and so on.
Why would the yields fall? Soil requires N, P and K, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium to produce a good yield. The use of chemical fertilizers in the right amount provides soil with these nutrients. Tea exporters in Sri Lanka say that without these important nutrients, there could be a decline in tea production by as much as 50%. Therefore, using traditional approaches with the prescribed levels of fertilizers or pesticides has been seen as the scientific approach. Sri Lanka is not the only country trying to promote chemical-free agriculture. In 2019, Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman emphasized the use of zero-budget natural farming or ZBNF.
To basics on one count, zero-budget farming. This can help in doubling our farmers' income in time for our 75th year of independence.
Zero-budget natural farming in India claims that Indian soils are already rich in multiple minerals and you only need some facilitating action using some cow dung, cow urine, etc. If you add these supplements to the soil, these the nutrients that are already present in the soil become available to the plant in a usable form. That is completely wrong. Look at Indian soils. Indian soils are very poor in organic matter for sure, and close to 59% of Indian soils are poor in nitrogen availability, close to 49% are low in available phosphorus, and close to 48-49% of Indian soils are poor in available potassium.
Not only N, P and K, but Indian soils are also deficient in micronutrients like zinc, iron, manganese and copper in varying degrees. However, this does not mean that organic farming is not a valid practice. Organic farming has a growing niche market and many practices of organic farming are scientifically validated. But before we brand all chemical fertilizers bad and push a nationwide policy, we need to understand the science behind it, because one blanket solution could do more harm than good. A Federal Report.